is on adoption of the resolution. Those in favor say aye. Aye. Those in favor say no. It's the opinion of the chair that the ayes have it and the resolution is agreed to.
I apparently am giving Rep. Omar more credit than the speaker is, because I don't believe she is naive. I believe that she knows exactly what she's...
Okay, you saw it now. That was a vote in the House to kick Ilhan Omar off the Foreign Affairs Committee. You can hear her angry supporters yelling if you pay close attention. But let's be honest, it was about time. This had nothing to do with politics. It had to do with responsibility. Ilhan Omar's words have made people question her wisdom and dedication to the ideas that guide our country for years. We'll talk about why this choice was important in this film. Start with a strong speech on the floor by Representative Lee Zeldin that says what millions of Americans have been thinking. Yes, this is control, but it is also a result. When you're on a group that talks for the U.S. to the rest of the world, what you say is important. When people say things that are too offensive over and over, getting rid of them is not retaliation, it's responsibility. That's all for now. We'll talk about this story in full and what it means for the future of Congress. Also, please like, subscribe, and stay up to date if you care about truth, responsibility, and protecting America's honor.
Because they recognize that some people did something and that all of us were starting to lose access to our civil liberty.
Well, thank you, Mr. Speaker. Let's all be honest with each other. We are here today, right now, because of anti-Semitic rhetoric from one member of this chamber said again and again and again. We would not be on this floor right now otherwise to discuss this topic. If that member was a Republican, that member's name would be in this resolution, and this resolution would be all about condemning anti-Semitism, and it would be done so forcefully. That member in January had to apologize for talking about a hypnosis of Israel that they have over the entire world. That member had to apologize in February by saying that if you support Israel, it must be because you're bought off by Jews. That member called it an unequivocal apology, even though she filled it with equivocation. And now we're back again, this time by saying that if you support the U.S.-Israel relationship, that you must have pledged allegiance to a foreign government. Except this time that member is refusing to apologize. Even if you gave that member every benefit of the doubt that she had no idea what she was doing, why now wouldn't she be apologizing? Why would she be more emboldened to refuse an apology altogether? I apparently am giving Rep. Omar more credit than the speaker is, because I don't believe she is naive. I believe that she knows exactly what she's doing. It is an American value, by the way, to have reasonable, legitimate criticism of a government, whether it be the U.S. government, Israel, or any other government. It is not an American value, though, to be hurling anti-Semitic rhetoric. Anti-Semitism must be condemned unequivocally and emphatically. We have members of this chamber who associate with Louis Farrakhan, who says, quote, Hitler was a very great man. Let's talk about a double standard. In January, we all came to this chamber. We condemned white supremacy. We named a Republican member. We kicked that member off of his committees. He can't serve on the Small Business Committee, but this member will continue to serve on the House Foreign Affairs Committee. But no, now, we can't come here and just emphatically, solely, forcefully condemn anti-Semitism and name names, but if it was a Republican, we would. It's time to call out these statements for what they are. Pointed, bigoted, unreasonable, illegitimate, anti-Semitic. I commend my colleagues on the other side of the aisle who have been speaking out about all this anti-Semitism. A few members come to mind. Chairman Engel, Congressman Deutsch, Congressman Nadler, Congresswoman Lowy, Congressman Gottheimer. Many of my colleagues on the other side of the aisle, I believe to their core, know how very wrong this is, and there are many other members to name as well. And I'd be remiss if I didn't take this opportunity to say thank you to each and every one of them, because support of Israel, support of Jews, standing against anti-Semitism has been bipartisan in the past. It should be bipartisan today, and should be bipartisan for every moment.
First, remember to give credit where credit is due. On that floor, Representative Lee Zeldin showed real leadership. There is no spin or delay, just the facts. Congress has been full of nonsense for years, and he was right to call them out on it. If a Republican had said even a small part of what Ilhan Omar has said, they would have been scolded, kicked off all committees, and told to leave Washington. Not so with her. We only got excuses and weak solutions that condemned all kinds of hatred without going after the cause. It was clear why Zeldin didn't want to play along. The motion in question was just political theater, a way to look like they were busy when they weren't. People in the U.S. are sick of it. We don't need to talk. Accountability is what we want. And the vote you saw before showed that people were responsible. Let's talk about why that had to be done. Some people did something. It was not only a careless comment by Omar about 9/11, it was also wrong. Around 3,000 Americans were killed. Heroes gave their lives for us. And our country was changed forever. It was turned into a hazy footnote by her. Not only is that tone deaf, it has nothing to do with what Americans go through. It wasn't just one case either. It's becoming common to say that Americans who support Israel have two allegiances, and that Israel has captured the world's attention. These are not criticisms of policy. These anti-Semitic sayings have been around for hundreds of years. People who support her can argue about the context all they want, but the words she spoke are on record. There is no fake anger here. It is the righteous rage. That kind of speech doesn't fit from an American lawmaker who has sworn to protect our values. The House Foreign Affairs Committee is in charge of the United States' most important international issues. Members of this group speak for the U.S. all over the world. That means they have to be totally dedicated to the Constitution and the people of the United States. Always, Ilhan Omar has shown over and over that he can't meet that standard. Her words divide people, make others feel less important, and hurt others. That's enough of a reason. That's enough talking. It wasn't meant to shut her up. It had to do with keeping America's honor. Taking her off the group wasn't a punishment.